with Mark Branch at the Dave Schultz Memorial International, taking a little break from the college season to come down for some freestyle wrestling. Obviously, you guys are real committed to the international styles as well. Let's talk a little bit about the Regional Training Center and the guys you got wrestling up there, such as Clayton Foster, who's doing well here.
Clayton and Chris Pendleton. And then Shane Onifer's probably going to do a little bit of wrestling. He's still with us training. He hadn't done a lot of freestyle. It's been a long time, but he's been working out with Clayton some and getting a feel for freestyle back. But it's nice, and we're looking to maybe expand and bring another guy or two in. Our club's in a good place right now financially, so we're kind of brainstorming about expanding the RTC and growing it.
I'll talk a little bit about Tyler Cox, who's wrestling pretty darn well for you guys. Took a year off last year to do Greco, and now he's back in the lineup. How did that year help him? Obviously, another year of high-level competition for him.
Yeah, I think there's positives and negatives, and obviously wrestling Greco, which is pretty far off from collegiate folk style. There were some concerns there, but the big payoff was just the maturity factor, and I'm starting to see it right now. I mean, I really think he's grown up. I mean, we see him in situations where 2 years ago, when things maybe didn't go right, he'd lose his focus and let his emotions get control of him a little bit. So it's nice to see that he's matured. He's taking school more serious. So I'm seeing a lot of good things that will equate to success in college. He's getting his life in order. He's focused on wrestling. He's focused on his school. So I think those things happen from that year off and competing at that senior level.
Let's talk a little about your team this year, Wyoming. It's been an interesting season. How do you assess how things are going, and what are you looking forward to in the next couple weeks? The season's starting to get really heated up right now.
Yeah, it's been a different season. We had some people that we thought were probably going to be a part of factor into our team early on that aren't with us anymore, and then we have had some injuries, a couple of season-ending injuries from some of our young kids who are competing well. So it's been a kind of a challenge there, trying to figure out our lineup, and we're thin at a few weights, but our kids are competing hard, and the good thing is I'm seeing them grow. I'm seeing a lot of our kids, like Tyler, LJ Helbig, who's a senior who dropped from heavyweight to 74. Now he looks comfortable and he's making those adjustments. He's wrestling his best right now. So I think if we stay healthy, I like what our team's doing. Maybe not the most talented team we've had in the last couple of years, but our kids are really working hard, and we've really we've set some standards in our program that I think in the long run are going to help us. Maybe in the short run it's tough because, like I said, we've lost a few guys, but the values that our team are focused on right now are something that's going to help us be better competitors.
You guys host this year the conference championship, the qualifier for the NCAAs. Will that help being at home, getting some of your fans out and really being able to support the guys?
Yeah, it should. It better, and if our guys don't see it as an advantage, then there's something wrong with them. So obviously, the altitude's a big thing in our favor. We train there every day, and so 7,200 feet, I think, can give us an edge. Obviously, like you said, our fans, I think we'll have good support there. Being in the comfort of our own place, so I think there should be a lot of positives, and we're going to need it. Our conference is as tough as it's ever been. Air Force is doing a great job. North Dakota State's doing a great job. So, those teams are very formidable opponents, and we're going to have to wrestle our best to win. And so we'll take every advantage we can get.
So, you guys now measure your season by being nationally ranked, getting All-Americans, competing for national individual titles. Do you feel that, the consistency in the program's been developed in the last few years, that you guys are going to be able to be in that position most of the time heading forward?
Absolutely. Recruiting's getting better. We've got a handful of red shirts that are just phenomenal. They're doing great this year. We're excited about getting them in the lineup next year. And our expectations are, they're there. And it's what my AD said. He's like, you guys aren't having a bad season, but our fans now are used to you guys being having such good teams, and that's a good thing, And he said, it'll be interesting to see how you deal with the pressure. I'm like, well, I was at Oklahoma State, so I've been there. I've felt that pressure, so it's not a big deal, but it's great. It's positive now. I'm glad our fans do expect a lot out of us. They expect to see great competition. In the times when we haven't wrestled well this year, that's what I've confronted our kids about that. About our fans deserve better than this, and they expect better than this. They expect a good product out there. So that's a great thing to have, and we don't have any plans of changing that. We're only going to grow and get better. And like I said, we've got a crop of young kids that are, I think, really going to be exciting to watch over the next several years.
Well, we appreciate your time, Mark. We may come up and be able to cover your regional. I think
awesome.
that's close
great.
enough. So
yeah, thanks a lot.
It'd be good for us. Thanks.
Perfect.